Welcome to Technocracy News with your host, Patrick Wood. I'm your co-host, Logan House. Today we have, and suddenly the robots appeared. Shuttered California's showcase desert solar plant goes dark in national disgrace. Why the tech gods of Silicon Valley are pivoting to Christianity. Thiel regulating AI hastens the Antichrist. And lastly, we have psychiatric facilities are being bombarded by AI users. Patrick, how are you doing?
I'm doing just great, thank you. We're going to talk about religion and Christianity in this episode, I think.
Yeah.
But first, the robots are coming for you. You're going to see by the end of this year, robots all over the place and taking jobs as well, but you're going to see them on the street as well. Go figure. I said this, you might remember at the beginning of this year, that 2025 is going to be the year of the robot, actually 26, but they're ramping up in 25, and they're going to go in full production mode in 26.
You have here. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, you have here that Tesla's Optimus robot is predicted to be the biggest product in history.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry. That will dwarf anything that Tesla's done so far with their cars.
Yeah.
But in Elon Musk's mind, he's been building robots from the start of building automobiles, because they're basically robots on wheels, run by what? AI, right?
Yeah, they're all self-driving now as well. So
I mean, tell me that he doesn't have a head start on everybody at this point.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other car company like that has the experience and the software and the know-how to build robots. And if he can build cars like he's building cars, he can build robots as well.
Yeah,
they're cheaper for one thing. There'll be more profit margin, and the same subscription model will apply to every robot he sells. So if you want an extra feature, you're going to pay for it. A little extra speed, a little boost or horsepower, whatever.
You want to clean the dishes in 20 minutes instead of 30. You got to pay the extra $10 a month.
That's right. Oh, it's going to be a brave new world. People are going to freak out. They understand what I'm talking about when I say this is going to be the year or next year going to be the year of the robot. But until people see them on the street, it's not going to hit home.
Yeah.
It's going to freak people out.
Just wait till you go to your local store and you see one of them bagging groceries.
Exactly. And,
right.
We know that several models of robots, they're setting the price points probably $16,000 to $30,000 for a house robot for you personally. And maybe you don't have the money, can't put it on a credit card. They're going to lease it to you for a modest sum. My guess is you'll get maybe a nice model robot for about $300 a month on lease. That's something that everybody can afford.
Yeah. So instead of selling it, you think they're going to go with the leasing model?
They have to.
Yeah.
And remember, this is we're entering a phase in the economy where you'll own nothing.
Yeah.
And be happy, right?
You rent everything.
That's right. Everything is going to be for rent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll make a deal with people that they'll willingly adopt this model. And will it all blow up? Who knows? Wait until some robot burst into flames because of the battery goes bad.
Yeah.
in somebody's home. And the whole family, home's just burnt to a crisp. That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, and China has beat Tesla to the market, it says here, with a 4'3", 77-pound humanoid that sells for $16,000.
That's right. And China is so far ahead of us at this point, it's not even funny. They have already deployed over 2 million robots in that industry, manufacturing things. That's a lot of people that've been displaced.
But, yeah, and I remember a few months ago, I don't know if we never talked about this, I don't think, but they even had, here it is. Let me pull it up on the screen here. They had humanoid games in Beijing.
There you go.
They were playing sports and competing, and I guess these were different people who built the robots competing against each other, or what? But
yeah. Oh boy. There you go.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's funny.
But anyways, but we've already, I mean, I feel we've already kind of been prepared for robots, because there's been the robot cars. Like, you know what I'm talking about? The little delivery things, especially in like college
little
towns.
Carts. Little on wheels. Exactly. Yeah, they're you see them on the street. I want to kick them. You just want to haul off and just kick them really good and just, whatever.
I saw one passing a video of one passing, going through a light the other night, and it kept stopping, and the cars had to wait for it because it kept stopping in the middle of the road, and they were trying to go. Their light was green, and it was sitting there in the middle of the road.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well,
anyways, we can jump to the next story here.
Exactly. I love this story. This will make you smile.
Shuttered California's Showcase Desert Solar Plant goes dark in national disgrace.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say it won't make you smile. First, you have to cry. Okay, then you can smile. Yeah.
And this was supposed to be a huge deal, right? According to Obama and was it Newsom in office back then?
It was the largest solar system in the country.
Yeah.
When it was first started, and it showcased new technology. Basically, all these mirrors, those are not solar cells, by the way. Those are mirrors. They're highly polished mirrors, and they reflect the sunlight to that center column there, and it's super, super hot. You can imagine all those mirrors reflecting the sun.
Yeah.
To focus on one point. It's like remember when you were when I was a kid, we used to have magnifying glasses. You can take them outside and you can fry an ant or something on the sidewalk, right? You get the focus just right, and poof, goes up in smoke. This is kind of what they've done here. And so all the sunlight is collected, turned into energy to heat water. That's then the steam of that water is pumped to regular generators at that point, the turbines, to generate electricity. Kind of an interesting concept.
Yeah,
but it's been failed at this point. They have 3 of those things out there in the desert. This is just a picture of one, but they have 3 more just like it. And whoever went to Las Vegas on Highway 15 knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's an eyesore. And if anybody came from another planet, they would look down on us and say, "What on earth are they doing? Building something like this?" But this thing has killed so many birds, for instance, that flew into the heat map. It destroyed the ecosystem for sure in the desert. All of the desert tortoises and other wildlife, whatever, that's non-existent at this point.
Yeah, where the environmentalists on this one?
Yeah, they were asleep. Well, actually, they weren't. They were yelling for sure all along the way, but nobody paid attention to them.
Mm-hmm.
They just They just got shut out.
But that's because that's not what the green energy is really about, is it?
No, it wasn't never about that. They said it was, but it wasn't. The fact is, it's just a boondoggle. And the interesting thing here, this whole system in the desert, it didn't produce even 1 gigawatt of energy. That's what, for instance, Elon Musk wants to build his new factory in Memphis that will consume 1 gigawatt of power. Well, this whole thing in the desert couldn't even power that. So what, well, they said they said this is the future of energy for us back in 2010. They said, well, this is going to take over all the energy that we ever need. Yeah. Give me a break.
Yeah, what a whole state.
I know. So, we can't say God bless Obama at this point. Not for this, but Yeah,
and it was originally supposed to be it had a operational life of 50 years. And it's about to be kaput about 15 years.
And let me tell you what they're going to do now to replace everything. They're going to take all the mirrors away and they're going to put solar panels in. Oh, that'll take care of it. They go the switch the whole thing over, get rid of the boilers, get rid of the generators, the turbines. That's all gone. Maybe they can ship those to Elon Musk and he can harness them to his data centers or something. But now the whole thing is going to be converted to solar cells. They say, well, it's much more efficient, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see about that. All right, we got to go to a break. We'll be right back with a story about why the tech gods of Silicon Valley are pivoting to Christianity. We'll be right back.
We have a big announcement, folks, something we've been waiting on for several months, and it's now here. It's called Bella Melt. You were on it for just 1 week when you lost 3 pounds. So in the first week, you lost 3 pounds on this, right?
That is correct.
Your GLP-1 is a natural hormone that's in every single one of our bodies. And your GLP-1 lets you know if you're full. It's a satiety hormone. So when your GLP is working properly, it does help suppress your appetite as well as reduce those cravings. It's a sugar-free fast melt caramel. So what it's going to do best is it's going to reduce your sugar cravings or any other cravings you have in your body. It's going to suppress that appetite. But where Melissa got the most benefit, I think, over the last week was the L-carnitine. The L-carnitine tells your mitochondria, this is where we've talked about it before, this is where you produce energy in your cells. It actually tells those mitochondria to burn fat for fuel. We're noticing other people losing up to 7 pounds in the first week. 4 pounds has been about the average. As you lose weight and as you take these Bella Melts, it's going to help lower that blood sugar in your body as well.
All the information is there. MelissaHouseBG.com, MelissaHouseBG.com. Just now introducing for the first time Bella Melt with GLP-1 fast action.
Welcome back from the break. On to the next story. We have why the tech gods of Silicon Valley are pivoting to Christianity. And you see this a lot with people like Peter Thiel. Why is this, Patrick?
Yes, indeed. There's something funny going on for sure. Christianity has been on the outs in Silicon Valley for decades. They've routinely shunned Christianity, but all of a sudden there's kind of a satanic revival going on, I think, amongst people in Silicon Valley who are kind of cozying up to Christianity. It's not biblical Christianity, understand, but the term Christianity can be applied to a lot of different sects, from fundamentalists, like we might say we are. We study the Bible, we sola scriptura approach. Then you have the messianic cults, for instance, so off-the-wall religions who are clearly not associated with Christianity, but that's what they say. So this is wide open for interpretation at this point. But the interesting thing is that Christianity seems to be the thing that they're pivoting to. That's kind of the point here. Buddhism is not increasing at all. Hinduism isn't increasing either. It's very minor, as my table shows here. Hinduism only makes up like 2.3 or 2 to 5%. Buddhism 5 to 10%. Christianity as of whatever 2024 was up to about 25%. Now it's going higher. So it seems to me that all across the country, things are merging towards Christianity. And I use that term loosely again, the Christianity. Don't think this is a revival, okay? Don't think that people are really coming to Christ to be born again necessarily. But you see this, and next article we'll talk about Peter Thiel talking about the Antichrist incessantly. Well, that's another expression. So a lot of these tech bros in Silicon Valley, they're converting to Catholicism, for instance. I don't think they understand one thing about it. I don't know if they're going to catechism. I don't know if they're really studying the Catholic doctrine. My guess is they don't. Whatever maybe it's an end thing to do. Maybe not. Maybe they don't even go to the mass regularly. I don't know. But you see this kind of a like the dust balls in your house, kind of attracting to the dust mop. So you see people like Silicon Valley coming to this. You see the NAR movement, for instance. They're growing leaps and bounds right now across the country. This is a sign of the times, but it's not biblical Christianity. This is very disturbing to me.
Yeah, and Peter Thiel, we have talked about him a bunch here, and his obsession with the Antichrist. And I guess that brings us to the next story, really.
It really does.
With Peter Thiel, regulating AI hastens the Antichrist. Now, where does he get this logic? Because that doesn't make any sense to me.
Peter Thiel is not a Catholic, as it turns out. However, he gets most of his theology from historical Catholics. Mm-hmm. So this isn't like Protestant stuff. This mostly Catholic. But listen to this twisted logic, and this blows your mind. What he's saying is that if you regulate AI, in other words, don't let them regulate themselves, right? Self-regulation, deregulation, right? If AI is regulated by the government, what he's saying is that's going to hasten the appearance of the Antichrist. But if we let them regulate themselves, why, that will just give us a regular old scientific dictatorship, an autocratic dictatorship like they have in China. Some choice, right?
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute here. Is this guy is really, he's really serious about this? He is, apparently, because he's given lectures all over the place. And Acts, it was called the Acts 17 Collective in San Francisco. He's been delivering lectures, private lectures, to about 100 top Silicon Valley people. He's been doing it once a week, I think, on Saturday or something, and people are eating it up. And so you have to ask, what on earth is he think? He doesn't have a clue what Bible prophecy is all about. He really doesn't. I've listened to him. He doesn't have a clue. He doesn't have a clue what the Bible is all about either, because he's not a born-again Christian. So he has no inspiration from the Holy Spirit, for sure. So this is a deception at this point.
So is he making the case that if we regulate AI, then we are forcing peace and security, and therefore opening the way for the Antichrist to come?
Yes. Yes. This is doublespeak.
Yeah.
It's crazy logic. And yet people love this guy because he's a multi-billionaire.
I think AI has mostly to do with peace and security. I mean, all the things that they are pushing with the surveillance solutions and the digital IDs, it's all pushed through peace and security. Right?
It is. Yeah. Yeah. It just makes your head spin.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. So, but nevertheless, this is what he's saying. This is related to Christianity because he's talking about the Antichrist, right? So you have to put it in that, kind of in that slot.
And his lectures, they're going on right now, aren't they?
They are.
But you have to have a ticket to go. They're not online.
Yes, you do. Yes, and you can be denied in a heartbeat if they don't like you.
Well, I'm sure if you applied, I'm sure if you applied, they wouldn't let you in.
And this is not, as I understand it, it's not being streamed live, so you have to be in person to hear him. Very exclusive. Yeah. This is kind of the same exclusivity that Peter Thiel had with this group he put together 20 years ago called Dialogue. Dialogue was a super secret group that was attended by public officials as well as main technocrats from Silicon Valley. Nobody knew it was going on all that time. Now they moved their headquarters to Washington, D.C. to lobby for deregulation.
Well, if this whole Antichrist seminars he's doing, if it was to educate people and for fellowship, then it wouldn't be so secret and hard to get to. He would make it available for everyone. So it's kind of showing his motive it's not coming from a good faith, I don't think, if he's trying to lock it down to only a select few.
Yes. And some of his interviewers, by the way, have nailed him on this, basically saying, well, you're the guy that's promoting all of the AI surveillance state. How can you say that you're not the Antichrist? Yeah. And so, he's promoting the same technology that he's dissing. It just doesn't make sense.
No.
Yeah.
Very strange. Well, we have one last story. We have psychiatric facilities are being bombarded by AI users.
Absolutely. I told you, I remember we had one story of maybe a couple of weeks ago. Whenever I see a story like this, I'm going to post it front and center on Technocracy News, because this is the societal implications of what the technocrats have done to us over the years, and it's coming to a head now. There's more frequently I see stories like this. This was based on a scientific study, if you will, and psychiatric facilities, they're being filled up with AI psychosis patients. And the stories coming out of this make your they'll curl your fingernails. It's amazing what's going on.
Yeah, and in the article it has some examples. It has one father of 3 with no history of mental illness spiraling into a apocalyptic delusion after ChatGPT convinced him he had discovered a new type of math.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
This is happening to normal people. These were not necessarily people that were on the edge already. You know somebody who's kind of on the edge. When I say on the edge, they're all they're Fruit Loopy in the first place. But these are normal people who fell into the trap of AI, where they bonded with it, told their story to it, whatever, and all of a sudden they got hooked, and then they took they took the swan dive off the 10-meter board, and that was the end of them. So sad, so sad. This could be stopped in a heartbeat. I have to say, people like Mark Zuckerberg, Sam Altman, they could stop this if they wanted to, but they don't want to. Clearly, they do not want to stop this trend.
Yeah. Well, that's it for today. And sadly, it's going to keep getting worse with all the new robots and companions and all that stuff that's coming out. So I guess we'll keep reading stories like this. I mean, as you put them up, they're just going to keep getting put up every day.
If that's what it takes, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be back. You'll be back on Thursday, most likely.
Indeed.
I'll be at the banquet for the conference. Until then, take care.
God bless.